Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm in the mist right now. Grandest of rising family, the sanctuary right now is covered in mist. Covered in mist. The Pacific Ocean pushes its onshore cold marine layer. Then it hits the desert mountain heat and it turns into this moisture. I'm at 2,000 feet elevation here, and I'm covered in electric cloud. Father Sun has not arrived yet. He'll be coming from over here. So I wanted to spend some time with you guys this rise. I was really hoping that the 4G would be working. I had an amazing day yesterday with a legend, Dorian Yates, and a few other epic people. We went on a hike in Laguna Beach. Dorian Yates was Mr. Universe, Mr. Olympia, I don't know how many years, back in the 90s, famous bodybuilder who's turned into a spiritualist. And he sought my guidance. And I was basically with him for about 6 hours yesterday, and we went so deep on so many topics, on sacred medicine, on life, on energy, on detoxification, on past lives, on astrology, on cosmology, on energy, on divinity. It was truly an awakening for him and myself. It was really, really beautiful. I'm inspired today. It's good for me to be around people. So let me position this over here, because what's going to happen here is this mist is going to burn off very soon. This Father Sun is coming. And it's incredible how usually I could have 20 mile visibility here, and now I'm literally in a cloud. The electricity and the moisture is out of this world. Look at this. Let me come over here. This is not La Jolla. I'm close to La Jolla. I'm born and raised in La Jolla. I'm up in the mountains in San Diego. And I'm gonna get into some stuff right now. You guys ready for this? It's my honor to share this moment. Truly. Okay. I'm going to take a few deep breaths, and then I'm going to tap into some serious alchemy and some serious magic. I'm going to get into health. I'm going to get into wellness. Black's Beach is La Jolla. I surfed Black's Beach since I was 9 years old. So that's awesome, man. You can't actually be from Black's Beach because the only thing around Black's Beach is La Jolla Farms, and that's like 12 homes right across from UCSD. So she's probably lived in La Jolla or La Jolla Village. She might have went to UCSD. Okay, so I'm going to get into some serious magic right now. Let me know you can hear me clear. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, epic. All right. I want to talk about pH. Anybody know what pH stands for? pH stands for parts or percentage of hydrogen. Correct. Balancing wellness. The first place you want to do is you want to balance the pH of the cell, and all of your wellness, all of your health will follow. All foods, all elements, all compounds have different pH levels. We know that. Everything has a unique pH depending on what it's supposed to be doing in this reality. Everything's different, from a lemon to an apple, to water, to spring water, to distilled water, to other types of foods. Everything has a unique pH for a reason. Apple cider vinegar, like for example, has a pH around 2.53 depending on how much mother is in there. So that is acidic. Calcium, on the other hand, has a pH north of 12. Calcium is known as an alkaline element. The different foods that we consume have an overall effect on our bodies, on our pH, as well as the way they are eaten, if they're raw, cooked, or overly processed. So that's something to really be aware of. Certain foods you don't want to cook. Certain foods need to be eaten raw for that very reason, because as soon as you cook it, you destroy the live enzymes in it. And whenever you destroy a live enzymes, the pH goes off. Let me give you an example. Let me think. If you grind, wheat into flour, mix it into bread, bake it, eat the bread, the processed and baked wheat will lower your pH. That's been measurable. However, if the same wheat is sprouted and the sprouts were eaten, that would raise your pH. Basically, the truth is that naturally produced foods such as grains would normalize your pH. But then when you cook, the opposite is true. That's really key. Live enzymes repair your liver. This is pretty much why I'm almost 100% certain that the Western world is way too acidic. And what does it mean when you're way too acidic? That means that you're overran with acids. That means that you have acidosis. Many symptoms of acidosis, let me see, like stomach problems, not being able to go to the bathroom, so you're constipated, tons of headaches, and all kinds of viral infections. Bacteria infections, parasites, cancers, all of those diseases, they all stem from acidosis. When you're acidic, your body cannot repair. Now, this is key because this whole alkaline thing has got a little bit out of hand. So let's clear it up a little bit. Not all of your body should be alkaline. Only certain parts. Certain parts of the body, mainly the center of the cell, needs to be acidic. That's a fact. We know that. There needs to be a polarity between the center of the cell and the edge of the cell. I've said this many times in videos. I've written about it. I learned this a long time ago. It's really key that there's conductivity, there's polarization. That's correct. pH range of the inner part of our cell, depending on the cell, needs to be somewhere between 4 and 5. So about 4.5. Other areas of the body outside the medium of the cell are alkaline by function, and those are going to range somewhere between 7 and 8. But these two distinct pH levels there needs to be a difference. That's what provides that electrical frequency that bounces off each other and functions within the cell. This is what gives us thrust and power and energy and movement. All of those things has to have a polarity, a plus and a minus, if you will. Kind of like how a battery operates. Because we are electric beings, and all of our emotions are governed by these polarities, physical motion, thought, all of these things, we need to keep the consistent ratios between the center of the cell and the edge of the cell. Now, our energy is dependent on the ratio between the center and the edge part. Both pHs must stay in their respective ranges out of that middle area. Remember that. They can't be close to each other. If you want wellness, if you want to thrive, those polarities have to be there. And then, I've gone deeper and deeper and deeper into this. Once you start realizing that all infections, bacteria, viruses, cancers, they're all anaerobic and die in the upper pH levels greater than 7. They can't breathe. They can't breathe in those conditions. It's impossible to contract any type of, wrong cell reproduction, cancers, lymphomas, if you have polarity in the body. I would say the average American is drinking coffee every day, is stressed out every day, is eating donuts and cookies and candies. Their pH levels are shot, completely destroyed. Think about that for a second. So they're already acid forming. So they're acid forming, and then they're throwing in more acid on top of the cortisol, on top of the stress, on top of the pain, It's insanity levels. And then they enter that middle danger zone. So basically that middle danger zone is, again, what is it? It's the edge of the cell and the core of the cell. The pHs are almost exactly alike. They're almost similar. Now this is critical. The fact that you're sitting here listening to me right now on a Monday rise, this could change your life. This can change your whole family's life. This might be the most influential moment of your life. So take heed on what I'm saying. Take heed on this. This is critical. Once you enter the middle danger zone of the cells becoming too close in polarity, then you're in the danger zone. Your resistance goes down to every bug, every infection, every heavy metal, every chemical. As you get sicker and sicker, the difference between the two pHs almost become exactly the same. When the difference of the pH hits 0, you're dead. That's when you're dead. That's how it happens. When the pHs are exactly the same, you're dead. Your heart stops. The brain shuts down. You go into cardiac arrest. At this point, your doctor might try to step in and try to save your life. And then he'll hit you with an electric shock right to the heart to get the heart moving again. That's why they use defibrillators. What is electric heart? Exactly. That's exactly right. Why do they use an electric defibrillator to get you alive again? It's the same thing. It's to get the electrical system back that was lost from the polarities of your pH in your cells. Did you guys get all that? Did any of that make sense? Let's listen to some music real quick as you take that in. Did any of that make any sense? So if we don't create polarities between the inner and outer part of the cell, the inner pH and the outer pH, we're dead. We're susceptible to disease. We're susceptible to chronic inflammation. We're susceptible to bacteria, viruses, pathogens, all of it. Look, here's the deal. Everybody asks me, what food should I eat? What food should I eat? I know. You want to know what foods to eat? I mean, I'm posting my foods 24/7 and I'm posting what not to eat. But here's the deal, guys. Before we start talking about what foods to eat, you need to understand the technology that your body structure is working on. If you don't get it, you'll be chasing it your whole entire life. You follow what I'm saying? And that's why I want to teach this. That's why I want you to learn how the body electricity works. We are electrical beings. When I talk about grounding to the earth, putting our hands onto the stone, onto the dirt, walking around outside butt naked, soaking up all the negative ions, having our cataclysmic body turning on from Father Son, having the mitochondria get charged with photons. This is why I'm a big advocate of DHA. This is why I'm a big advocate of B12. These things are all part of these processes. That's why I sell those stuff. We are electric beings. So we need to understand what that means down to the detail, to the chemistry. This information right here will save your life and change everybody around you. I'm honored. Remember this, in order to properly heal, it's an electrical solution, it's not a chemical one. I want everybody to do this. Here's the deal. Everything starts with mineralization. That is the key foundation of our salvation, our health, our wellness, our longevity, our optimum life, and if you're going to where I'm going and where I want to be, superhuman limitless power. That's right. Superhuman limitless power. Let me type that. Superhuman limitless power. Okay, now that I typed that, it's official. All right, so I'm going for superhuman limitless power. All right, I'm not looking to just hang around. I'm not looking to just age and get old and go into that whole bullshit, because that's all an illusion. That's all fake. The whole act of aging and decaying, that's all an illusion. That's all bullshit. That's mind control. Fuck that. Fuck that. Disease, pain, suffering, frustration. That's all an illusion from the system. The system is designed to get you malaligned and get you sick. So I say fuck that. Okay? I say I'm all in. So it starts with our mindset and our awareness of self. We need to know how these body electric systems function. We need to know why it's dangerous to be around non-native electromagnetic frequencies. You have MS. Okay, so multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis, what is multiple sclerosis? That is an attack on your system from toxins. You have parasites that are probably eating away from the calcium deposits on your bones and attacking the myelin sheath and are eating the gel that covers the ends of all your nerves. That's what multiple sclerosis is. Okay? So I would start with minerals. I would start with minerals. I think that's going to change your life. I am so close. I'm right there, about to release the most incredible minerals on earth. It took me a while to finally get there. Mineralization is the key to all of it. And we're grossly demineralized as a society, as a world. Our foods are demineralized. I don't care how beautiful the organic food is. It's demineralized, meaning that there's no osmosis going on between the plant and the soil because the soil is shot. Organic, what does organic mean? Organic just means there can't be any herbicide, fungicide, larvicide, insecticide, glyphosate, glyphosate, different forms in the soil. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that there's nutrition in the soil. It doesn't mean that there's minerals in the soil. It doesn't mean that there's biotics in the soil. It doesn't mean that there's fulvic humic minerals in the soil. It's dead soil. It's not alive. The hydrological cycle of our system is gone. They've interrupted the way rain works and the washing of minerals into the soil. We're eating depleted food. Our bodies are starving. That's why we're stuffing ourselves with so much shit, because our bodies are starving. That's why caffeine and other accelerants like sugar have taken off. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation. And all the stuff that we think we're getting minerals from, we're not. These minerals are too big for our cells to absorb. I finally found the right sized minerals. This is it right here. This is it. We're so fucking close. Most people don't realize we need gold in our body. Gold is what gives us vitality, keeps us young, keeps our telomeres intact, puts us into better sleep. Most people don't know what silver is. Silver is the strongest antiviral medicine in the entire world. You want to knock out a flu, influenza? You want to knock out bacteria, viruses? It's silver. What about vanadium? What about copper? Copper is the most important precious mineral ever. But we're getting them in the wrong size. They're coming in the wrong size. So if you're not getting the right copper, you're not detoxifying the lymph. You're not detoxifying the brain. You're not adding to the energy that your body electric needs. What about zinc? Zinc is our primordial force. It's the most powerful antioxidant to the human body. Colloidal silver should not go in the body. Blaise Benjamin's wrong. Colloidal silver is too large. The parts per billion is too large. It can be used topically on a wound. Colloidal silver should never be ingested in the body. You follow? Never put colloidal silver in your body, ever. I make magnesium bicarbonate every day. I wake up and rise with bicarb. You want me to break this down? Okay, good. I'm glad you were. Want me to go berserk here? You asked for it. We're completely overcalcified as a world. Do you guys agree? Anybody agree? What happens when you see like a 70-year-old, 60-year-old, their bodies are hunched over, their backs are stiff, they're calcified. Ormus gold that's being sold on the market is bullshit. It takes $1,000 just to make 2 ounces of real Ormus gold. Anyone who's selling you Ormus gold and it's under $1,000, it's fake. Okay, I just want to make that clear. So let's talk about this. Calcification. Calcification. Let's talk about calcification, okay? Our bodies are calcified. Why are they calcified? Let's talk about this. Our bodies are calcified because we're magnesium depleted, number one. And number two, we're getting the wrong forms of calcium in our body. And number three, we have no K2 in our diet, vitamin K2. Like, think about that real quick. We're over-calcified with inorganic forms of calcium. We're completely magnesium deficient, and we have no vitamin K2 in our diet. In order for calcium to be effective in critical areas of the body, it needs to partner and combine in a synergistic manner. Intermagnesium. Calcium combines with magnesium to maintain healthy bones, healthy tissues. No, magnesium glycinate is not okay. You don't want to have anything that ends with a glycinate ever. No magnesium glycinate. Absolutely not. Where do you get vitamin K2? You're going to get it from me. We are so close. We're a few weeks away. I got K2 coming from fermented natto combined with vitamin D3 that's from lichen. That's lichen right there. Do you see that? That's lichen right there. Most of the D3 on the market are all coming from sheepskin or it's synthetic. Gross. I got D3 coming from lichen with vitamin K2 coming from natto with vitamin A, and I got it ubiquinol in there. Basically the most absorbable CoQ10 in the world. I mean, this whole thing is heart health, and it's in mycelated form. It's going to be the smallest nano-sized form ever for absorption. Anyways, let me get back to the minerals. Correct magnesium ions keep you younger, They help you lose weight. Dude, colloidal silver is a colloid. It's too big. Your body can't intracellularly absorb it. Only use it topically. Never put colloids into your body, ever. It's too big. All right, magnesium. Women, listen to me. Your premenstrual symptoms, anything that you're dealing with, PMS, your moon cycle, when you're using the right magnesium, all symptoms disappear. All symptoms disappear. The right form of magnesium will remove all of your cramping. Dude, I put a lady on magnesium about a year ago. She looks 20 years younger. I'm not kidding. She looks 20 years younger. Ionic magnesium will remove all calcification in the body. It will increase your energy. It will lose your weight. I mean, it's unbelievable. Probably the best anti-aging advice I can give you is to combine magnesium with calcium together. Yes, I can, because I'm releasing it in 10 days. So just wait 10 days and you're going to get the best form of elemental ionic, smallest particle size, laser cut world minerals ever. You just put it under your tongue, and within 30 seconds, it's already hit your heart and going intracellularly. There's no brand. I've designed it. I made it. It took me 5 years. I made it. We're finally there. We're 10 days away. It's unbelievable. 10 days. We're right fucking there. Listen to me. As you get older, as we age, magnesium and calcium migrate to the bones and soft tissues. Magnesium levels go down. Up to 30% of your cellular energy is trying to pump the excess calcium out. So we're in this crazy situation. We're in this crazy part where the calcium is fighting. Excess amount of calcium with magnesium can induce all signs of magnesium deficiencies. And go on and on. This is so crazy. I don't know anything about Orogold. Let's talk about zinc a little bit. You guys ready to talk about zinc? Let's talk about zinc. How much time do I have left? What time is it? 8:38? Zinc is a vital element to our health. Probably the most interesting nutrient I've ever come across by far is zinc. Nothing's like zinc. Really, nothing's like it. You ready for this? Did you know steel is dipped in zinc to eliminate rust and corrosion? Think about that for a second. To eliminate corrosion on steel and iron, they dip it in zinc. What the fuck does that tell you? That stops the oxidation process. Zinc stops oxidation on the spot. Think about that for a second. Let me turn this off. I want you to hear me. I want your full attention. Zinc blunts oxidation right there at the core. This what it tells me is zinc is the strongest antioxidant on earth to man. The medical community has not even recognized this, doesn't even give it the credit it deserves for a reason. I mean, there's a reason for that. If zinc can keep steel from rusting and aging, what do you think zinc can do to the body? Just think about that. Zinc has been ignored for hundreds of years. We used to put zinc on the rooftop in Hawaii. In Hawaii, think about this. We would lay zinc out on the rooftops in Hawaii so they don't rust. You know, in Kauai, on the island. What does that tell you? Think about that. Zinc is not like silver. Silver kills bacteria and viruses on the spot. What zinc does is it removes their ability to replicate. You follow that? Like, think about that for a second. Zinc stops the ability of viruses and pathogens to replicate. Silver kills it, zinc detonates it, which is really important to know that. So if you have a flu or you're getting sick or whatever, zinc will stop it right in its tracks. Yes, I am so close to releasing the most powerful, absorbable, ionic minerals ever on Earth, ever made, ever possible. Way smaller than nano size. Okay, so think about that. A colloid is 100 times bigger than a micron. We're talking about 1,000,000 times smaller. We're talking about, you can't even imagine, smaller than your cells. I'm releasing minerals that are smaller than our cells, so our cells can absorb them. So they're intracellular. You follow? Yes, exactly. Colloidal silver is topical, and we're going for the smallest minerals ever. Let me break down a little bit more about zinc, because I'm going berserk right here, and this has changed my life. I've been on these minerals for a minute, and I'm so charged right now. My energy, my power. I haven't been sick, dude. I don't get sick. I'm stronger and stronger every day. My brain is functioning. My mind is functioning. I have total recall, meaning I can read something once, memorize the whole thing. I can say it in reverse. I can walk backwards. I can do a backflip. I can do 40 pull-ups. I can do diamonds. I can do handstands. I can run up and sprint up hills. I can do all kinds of crazy shit. And it's like, why is that? Why am I not aging? Why does my skin look like this? Why do I feel like this? How come I can do all this stuff that I'm doing? It's because I'm properly mineralized. I'm properly grounded. I have the nutrition in my body. I have the awareness. I'm educated on the topic. I know how my body functions. And that's giving me fucking power. That's giving me an authority. Everything that you hear me talking about in terms of spirituality and talking about all of that, that stems from a healthy body. That stems from a healthy body and awareness. Without awareness, I have no faculties. Without faculties, I have no levels of higher attainment. I can't even talk about spiritual stuff. That's the problem I have with the community, is everyone's trying to get spiritual, but their bodies are completely disconnected. It's not functioning, and everybody's aging. Everybody's practicing cellular death around them, and it's a nightmare. We're sick, we're dilapidated, we're confused, we're frustrated, we're hurting, we're in pain, we're suffering, and we're searching. We don't know how our system works. Fuck that. I'm going to put a change to that. Like, think about that for a second. A legend, I'm getting legends. Legends are coming to me. I'm talking about legends that I've known since I was a kid, whether that's Novak Djokovic, whether that's Dorian Yates, whether that's Anthony Joshua, whether that's, I can go down the line of all the athletes in the world. This is all happening for a reason. They're feeling the awareness because the truth is right here. The truth is literally right here. I feel like a sermon right now. Let me finish about silver. About zinc, and then I'm going to talk about silver, and then I'm going to save this live. I promise. Zinc is unusual. Let me just tell you about zinc, how unusual zinc is. It penetrates and moves through all bodily fluids, right? Think about that. What's in our men's semen? Why do we have so much zinc in our testicles? Why is zinc relayed to hormone balance? Why is it why do all the bodybuilders say, oh man, you got to just take zinc at night. It's going to increase your growth hormone and increase your testosterone. Well, they have a point, But the problem is that they're probably taking zinc picolinate. They're taking inorganic forms of zinc that the body can't absorb, and it just accumulates and causes more problems. Do you know this? Let me break this down to you. This is crazy. You go to a doctor and they tell you you got copper poisoning, right? You're getting it from like the copper pipes or whatever. This happens a lot. But the cell is starving for copper. They got copper poisoning, but the cell is starving from copper. People have died, old elderly women have died of copper poisoning because they got too much of the wrong copper in their body, so it couldn't compete with the right copper getting into the cell. You follow what I'm saying? I'll think about that for a second. Your grandparents lived long because they were getting all the minerals from the soil. Zinc is a tremendous line of defense against all infections in the body, all viral loads, all bacteria. For example, zinc in your saliva would stop bacteria replication in your mouth that produces harmful stuff that creates tooth decay. That's why I wash my mouth out with silver, zinc, and gold every fucking day. That's why I use ozonated water with zinc, silver, and gold every single day in my mouth with ozonated water. Zinc deficiency can result in all kinds of birth defects. Cleft lip, Down syndrome, infertility, low zinc levels. This is what you're dealing with. Okay, let me try to remember this. Okay, so anemia, all forms of anemia, low zinc. Alcoholism. Have a higher propensity to drink alcohol if your zinc levels are low. Think about that. Hypertension, prostate cancer, thyroid disorder. So a lot of people that have, up and down thyroids, boom, right there. Urinary tract infections, low libido, hair loss, Crohn's disease, other eye issues, boom. Yeah, of course I'm releasing zinc. You better believe I'm releasing zinc. Absolutely. In the right form. Smaller than nano size. Completely absorbs under your tongue in 30 seconds. Goes straight to your heart and out to every part of your body in 1 minute. This is happening. This is fucking happening. Zinc is essential for us men. Think about that, guys. If you don't have zinc in your body, you're not operating as a full man. Libido. How many men have problems with libido, are taking Viagra, are taking nitrous oxide supplements, or taking things that immediately blow red blood cells into their Johnson? I don't know how I wanted to say that. Why do they have that? They have low zinc levels. If they have low zinc levels, then their body's not properly creating, proper hormones. Without proper hormones, you're not going to get an erection. Without an erection, forget about it. You're screwed. Silver. Let's talk about silver. You ready for this? Silver is a little bit different than zinc. Silver actually kills the viruses on contact. But unlike zinc, silver does not reside in all of the body's fluids. Zinc does. Zinc goes everywhere. Your lymph, your blood, your saliva, your semen, everything. For example, silver is not found in your sweat. After using zinc to put a viral or bacterial infection or cold on hold, use silver to finish it off. So that's what you do. If you're sick, you hit yourself with zinc, and then 2-3 hours later, you fucking hit the silver hard. Boom. What helps take out calcium deposits?
the right form of magnesium, which I'm about to release, and vitamin K2, D3, and ubiquinol, which has never been done before, which I'm about to release in mycelated form. Remember, let me just tell you guys something. I'm going to make this really clear. I'm not here to sell you anything. What I'm doing is providing my life's work and everything I've learned from every sage, every chemist, every master. I've studied and researched exactly why we're sick, what's hurting everybody, and I've spent all of my time and effort and research to learn how it works, how our bodies work, and to create the solution that nobody out there is doing because they don't want to make it, because it takes too much time, too much effort, too much money. Their bottom line and margins are changing. I don't give a fuck because I'm already independently wealthy, so I'm not chasing money. You guys follow me? I'm just going to tell it how it is. I'm already independently wealthy. I don't need to chase money, so I don't give a shit. So I'm going to make the best stuff in the world. This is my legacy. Have a lot of Celtic sea salt. For the next 2 weeks, have a teaspoon twice a day of Celtic sea salt. Mineralize with Celtic sea salt every day for the next 2 weeks until everything is released. Okay? Let me finish with silver because I'm on fire right now. After you use zinc to put a viral or bacterial infection on hold, finish it off with the silver. Okay? Most of the clinical studies that I've read, most of the clinical studies that I've interpreted show. Now, you ready for this? This is so powerful. It's unbelievable. Silver has the propensity and has been shown to kill every virus and bacteria known to man. And basically, if you date it, that's about 700 forms of bacteria and viruses it can kill. Silver is basically nature's extension or broad spectrum to handle all viral elements. Silver was put into this reality construct for a resistance against all viruses, all bacteria, all pathogens. That's how the balance of the system works. That's why there's a sun and moon, right? That's why there's, gold and silver. That's why there's water and hydrogen. That's why there's H2O. That's why there's polarities. That's why there's a center pH and an outer pH to our cell. Polarities. Colloidal silver can only be used topically. You cannot ingest colloidal silver. It's dangerous. Do not ingest colloidal silver. The body's good bacteria in the digestive tract are aerobic, oxygen-breathing microbes and are not harmed by silver in the least, for they have a different electrical charge. Did you get that? That's critical. You need to really understand that. So what I'm saying is that silver does not mess with the good bacteria in our gut. They have a different charge. The bacteria in our guts are aerobic in nature. What does aerobic in nature mean? That means that they breathe oxygen. Oxygen breathing microbes are not harmed by silver. They have a different electrical charge. God, isn't Mother Nature the most incredible thing ever? Essential organic elements that are designed for our wonderful growth as humanity is trying to wake the fake up. I'm gonna say one last thing because I'm gonna have to go pretty soon, and this video is unbelievable. I'm stoked for this. This is incredible. Copper. It's under my my awareness. There's 14 products that are releasing over the next 2 months. 14 products are coming out over the next 2 months. So check this out. Copper. I would like to say copper is our answer to one of the main issues of our reality, which is parasites. I believe the single most undiagnosed health challenge in the world, or to the human race, is parasites. Parasites are what's controlling our populace, and copper is the solution to all parasitic issues. To be totally free of human parasites, we'd have to be living in another world. We're exposed to parasites 24/7. They come in all forms, but we have to keep them at bay. Do we know how many human parasites actually reproduce through microscopic airborne spores? Think about that for a second. How many parasites travel through the air? Now, you can drink all your black walnut, you can have your cloves, you can have your wormwoods, you can eat your garlic cloves, you can have some of the most stringent, strongest Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese herbal medicine herbs. I'm talking the holiest of basils. If you don't have proper mineralization, none of that will work. None of it. You're just removing the top layer of it, if that. If you're demineralized, none of it will work. Multiple sclerosis. What is multiple sclerosis? These parasites, they dig into our bones and into our joints. They eat away at the calcium linings of our bones. That's what the medical community calls arthritis. Think about that for a second. They also love to munch on the protein coating of our nerves, the myelin sheath. And this can result in an eventual disruption in the nerve signals from the brain. When this happens, in large enough degree, your doctor will tell you you have multiple sclerosis. I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there. Do me a huge favor. It's starting to clear out over here. Felt good to get all that off my chest. Please, and I'll know who does this because I can see this, share this live. This takes a lot of my time, a lot of my effort, a lot of my energy. Share this live. I will remember who shares this. I will see it. I'll see who shares this. If you care about anyone, they want to see this. This probably was the most sophisticated chat we could ever have on mineralization. And we just scratched the surface. That was 1/10 of 1% of what we can talk about. You follow me? I'll remember who shares this. Please share it. Take a snapshot of the live. If you don't know how to share it, take a snapshot of it and tag me in it and share it. Because I'm putting my life's work into the health of humanity. And people need to know what's up. I'm sick and tired of people hurting and struggling and feeling pain and losing their parents, losing their best friends. Everybody's sick, distorted, confused. Fuck that. I'm here to change the game. I'm here to change this reality. It's my honor. It's my duty. I love you from the deepest part of myself because I know who I am. And the reason why I know who I am is because my body is functioning. And my body is functioning because I've done the magic and I care and I care and I care. I'm all in. Intracellular mineralization is the foundation to our new cosmogenesis and our new reality. And I'm all in. We're never aging. We're never falling apart. We're never in pain. We're never alone. We're never in fear. I'm doing everything I can, humanly possible and alien impossible, to bring you nothing but the best and to educate you in the process and to show you a reality that's possible. Everyone wants to talk about joining together and creating a community. Well, this is the start to doing that. We have properties in Kauai. We'll soon have properties in New Zealand. We have properties in Costa Rica. We're going fucking all in to create the community. So what we got to do right now is we got to get healthy. Everybody has to thrive. Everybody has to be in abundance. Everybody has to be all fucking in. No more dogma. No more illusion. No more cognitive dissonance, no more pain, no more struggling, no more fucking religious bullshit, people putting their religion on people's faces. Fuck that. No more indoctrination, no more fear. We're all in. Supporting, loving, caring, compassionate, empathetic. I love you guys from the deepest part of my heart. Please share this. This took a lot of effort. It took a lot of time. This is my Monday rise. I have so many calls. I have so much work to do right now. I got to catch up on so much stuff. But I took the time to come here and to hold this phone up, show you my property, show you the mist, show you the birds, and to talk about mineralization and talk about life and love and happiness and all this. I really, really appreciate it. We're in this together. I honor you from the deepest part of my heart. I honor you. So much love. So much love. I'm gonna keep this video up, so please share it. I'm gonna save it too. This is something that needs to be saved. And I honor you guys so much. What a life. What a life. Forever.